Hi, this is Barry Lewis along with Mike Brown, and welcome to our look at this week's high school football action. And Mike, here we are, week 14 of the season, and the championship games in 6A and 5A are here.
It's hard to believe that we've come this far. Seems like only yesterday we were teeing it up in those preseason games. But we've got a great game in 6A that it looks like it's going to be a wild one. Looks like Norman North has enough firepower to stay with the Jenks Trojans.
Yes, Norman North against Jenks at 7:30 p.m. Friday at Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater. A lot of people were expecting Jenks to be there, but not many were predicting Norman North. Norman North, what a story they are as they try to become the first team from the West since 1995, or the first team other than Jenks and Union since 1995 to win the state championship. Mike, what are the keys for Norman North if they want to upset Jenks?
Well, I think I heard you talking and I on the phone earlier, and I think that I agree. If you can slow down Trayvon Berry, then you've got a chance to attack the passing game. Berry just has given the Trojans huge plays in almost every game this year. Even the game in DeSoto, he was spectacular. Even the loss to DeSoto, he was spectacular for a half. Probably doesn't average as many yards as he could because they've been in so many blowout games. But a real home run hitter at the high school level, and it's going to be interesting to me to see what happens in his college career. But I would think you got to slow down Trayvon, and then you've got a chance to make them a one-dimensional football team. But nobody's done that, and that's why Jenks has won a bunch of blowout games.
And let's give the Jenks offensive line a lot of credit. They've been dominating opponents, including Union last week. And let's not overlook the Jenks defense either. They've been consistent week in, week out, and they'll have a big challenge this week stopping Norman North's high-powered attack. Hey, anyone that can score 49 points in Owasso, that says a lot. And for those who think that this is going to be a Jenks runaway, I would suggest that you tune in on Friday night, and you may be surprised. I have a feeling Norman North is going to stay with Jenks for at least quite a while. Peyton Gavrish, their quarterback, assuming he's healthy this week, he's having a super year passing for Norman North. And Mike, the other championship game of local interest this week in Stillwater will be in 5A as East Central takes on Midwest City Carl Albert, another case of a team we expected to be there against a team we didn't.
Well, as you know, and some of your readers might know, Carl Albert started the year 5 losses in its first 6 games. I talked to Coach Gary Rose this morning. They've won 7 straight. He says, admittedly, we weren't a very good football team in September, and we played 6 good football teams, Coweta being one of them, which went down there and won 21-19 in week 2. So they've come a long way, and he admits, we never gave up on winning the state title, but the truth is, in October, nobody would have thought we were going to be there. So he's won 8 state titles, and he says this is probably one of his most gratifying teams, if not the most gratifying. What can you say about East Central? 13-0 on the 9-4 officially, but 13-0 on the field, and you got to take your hat off. 3 excellent receivers, freshman or sophomore Trayvon Cherry throwing the passes, and it just seems like they've met every challenge. Had another very close games Friday night, and was able to come through against McAllister. So an interesting game again. So we'll see. And what about Vian in the 2A quarterfinals?
Semifinals. Let's not overlook the 2A semis at Midwest City. Vian against Davis, number 1 versus number 2. No one's been able to stop the Vian offensive juggernaut this year, and I have a feeling Davis won't be able to either, but Davis has such a great tradition, you can't count them out.
Can't count them out.
All right, thanks for joining us at this week's look at high school football playoff action, and please join us next week.